Alright, so I just got back from watching DreamWorks Animation's Dogman, the movie adaptation of I'm assuming it's popular enough to get a movie, so popular book series Dogman. Now, I have never read a single Dogman book in my life. I know that it has some sort of connection to the Captain Underpants books, but I've seen teenagers read Dogman books, so I don't know if that was for nostalgia or whatever. But they must have come out whenever I was too old to get into it, or I just missed it. I don't know. But yeah, so I have no nostalgia, no prior connection to Dogman besides just being aware of it. But I have no real opinion of it, good or bad. It just seemed kind of like kid stuff to me. So, DreamWorks is making this, and, they have a bit of a hit or miss record. When DreamWorks is, when they're on, they're really on. They can make some of the best animated movies ever. One of my favorite movies from last year was a DreamWorks animated movie, The Wild Robot. So they can make some really, really good ones, but they can also make some real garbage. And so you never quite know what you're going to get with DreamWorks. And this is, I would say, straight down the middle. It is a very average DreamWorks movie. It's not as bad as some of their worst movies like Ruby Gillman or Boss Baby or the Trolls movies or anything like that. But it's definitely not as good as, Kung Fu Panda 1 and 2, How to Train Your Dragon, Megamind, The Wild Robot, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, the first two Shrek movies, the really, really good DreamWorks movies. It's very much kind of run-of-the-mill. But I will say, since it's connected kinda to the Captain Underpants franchise, at least I'm pretty sure the books have the same author, I can compare it to the Captain Underpants movie that DreamWorks made over 5 years ago, I want to say. Let's see, 2017. Yeah, over 5 years ago. 8 years ago. Good grief. And I think this is much better than that movie. Now, that movie wasn't awful. It was very self-aware, but I think it was a little too self-aware for its own good. Dogman keeps things a little more serious. It is also very self-aware, but it does have a bit more of a, emotional plot. It does get kind of boring, in my opinion, near the end. Runs into, sort of cliche territory. But the jokes are funny enough. The animation is bright and funny enough that I wasn't, really upset that I was watching this movie. It's very serviceable. I probably would have loved it if I was 5. But I'm not 5, so I thought it was just fine. I like it more than Captain Underpants because I think that movie is too, self-referential. This takes itself a little bit more seriously and kind of has its cake and eats it too, because it is able to poke fun at itself a little bit, but it's not always. Like Captain Underpants, even the character arcs in that movie, they were making fun of the character arcs. Here, it's more serious. So for some people that might be a bad thing because that means it's more cliche, but that probably means I would have enjoyed it as a kid more. There are more jokes I would have gotten. So yeah, all in all, kind of a mellow review on my part. I don't really have any strong feelings about this movie one way or another. It's fine. It's not awful. There's definitely better movies out there, but there's definitely worse movies. It's better than Flight Risk, so if you want to watch that, or, what else that came out was bad, or Wolfman. Oh, that's funny. Wolfman, Dogman. It's better than Wolfman. Wolfman was very, very cliche. This is also cliche, but funny. So, at least there's that. So yeah, if you want to take the kids to see something, you could definitely do a lot worse than Dogman.